Hello, Painting with a Purpose friends. We are going to do a beach scene with a summer gnome. So the colors that you're going to need are a tan for the sand, white. I'm going to use green and purple for my gnome and pink. Your gnome colors, you can really use anything you want. I've got several shades of blue, dark, medium, and this teal for the ocean. The brushes you will need, your 2-inch flat brush. We're going to be using our small and medium round brush and our small flat brush. So to get started, we're going to start with that light tan color and our 2-inch brush, and we're just going to draw a little sand line. Everything below that is going to be that tan color. This is your sand, where your gnome is going to be setting. And then wipe that off. And then our next layer is going to be this teal color. So it's going to go just above halfway, and everything below that is going to be the teal color. Now right along this tan and teal line, we're not even going to wipe our brush, but we're going to go into the white and we're going to do white. Right along this line, and then we're just going to feather it up. Now this time I'm going to wipe my brush. And I'm going to go back in with more white. And then I'm just going to pull it up. All right, now that we have that, that's your water. Everything above your water is going to be this lighter blue sky color. So all this is going to be this blue sky color. And we're actually going to wipe this off and go into our white, and we're just going to kind of lighten it up some. All right, now that we have our sky and water, we're going to put this brush in the water bucket, and we're going to go to our small flat brush, and we're going to use that super dark blue, and right along this horizon line we're going to do a line of this dark blue, and then we're just going to kind of pull it into the teal color. If it's getting too blue, you can go back with the teal color. This is like way out depths of the ocean where the water gets really darker. All right, so there's our water. We're gonna let this dry, and then we will start on our gnome. Okay, to get started on our gnome, we're gonna start with your small flat brush and your white paint. And we're gonna start with his beard. This guy's gonna have kind of a funny beard. And we're gonna kind of offset him because he's gonna have a surfboard coming out behind him. I'm gonna show you a couple of different things that you can put on your gnome. But for this one, we are going to do the surfboard. So his little beard is going to kind of come out and into a point, and then the other side. I'm gonna come out and into a point, and it kind of come up here and kind of connect. It kind of looks like window treatments, and then just fill all that in with white. Wipe your brush off, and then I'm going to use lime green for his pants. So you can use any color you want to, but I'm going to use lime green. And his pants just kind of come out from around the beard. And then across the bottom. Like so. And then be very careful going around your white beard, and you're going to fill all this in with your lime green. Okay, now that we have his lime green done, we're gonna wipe this off, and we're gonna set this aside. And with your medium round brush, we're gonna make the cuff on his hat. And I'm making mine purple. Again, you can choose whatever color you want to. And his hat just kind of hangs over his beard a little bit. This is just the rim of his hat. I'm actually gonna kind of bring it. All right, guys, so we're fostering again. And this little guy just climbed up my leg. It's nap time and she wants to be cuddled. We have 4 that we're fostering through a organization near us. Okay, so there's kind of the rim of the hat. This is really thicker than I wanted it, but it's okay. And wipe the purple off. And then his hat is going to be lime green. So that same brush, we're just going to make his hat. And then I'm gonna put that in the water, and with my flat brush, I'm gonna fill it in. so there's his hat, and I know he doesn't really look like anything yet, and I made him completely center, but that's okay. I'll still have room for his surfboard. All right, with your small round brush, we're gonna give him some purple shoes, and they just kind of set right out like that. Okay, so there are his purple shoes. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and kind of do the outline of his surfboard. So rinse off your flat brush, and my surfboard is going to be a really dark blue. And it just kind of comes up from behind him. There's his surfboard, and we're just going to fill that in. It's a really big surfboard. That's all right. Okay, I'm gonna rinse the blue off. And I'm actually gonna get my medium round brush and make sure it's nice and clean. I'm gonna go back over this purple on his shoes. Fill it in a little better, and when it dries, I'll probably do a second coat just to make it darker. All right, with your flat brush, your clean flat brush, make sure it's really clean. We're gonna go back over his white beard. My brush still has blue in it. Okay, now we're gonna make this look more like a beard. And so with your flat brush, you're just gonna come out and kind of do little triangles. You can come in the center and do that too. On either side. Do some up here. And then there, it looks more like a beard. Go ahead and set that brush aside, and with your little small brush, your small round brush, we're gonna add some flowers to your pants with the blue. You can either use the dark blue that you use for the board, or you can use the lighter blue that you use for your sky. You can use the teal. We're just gonna add And for his hat, we're gonna wait till it dries, but you can do flowers on his hat, you can do some stripes on his hat. It's gonna be completely up to you. Make his beard come up a little bit more. All right, we're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna come back and finish him up. Okay, so let's finish him up. We're gonna start with his little pink nose. And I'm gonna use my small round brush. And his nose is gonna set kind of halfway on this brim of his hat and halfway in his beard. I guess more so in his beard. And they have a pretty big oval nose. Okay, so there's his little nose. Now, with the medium-sized round brush, we're just gonna add like a cool kind of wave across his hat that kind of comes, and I did it in blue. You can do it in whatever color you want. You could even put like the flowers if you wanted to put flowers. And we're gonna rinse that off. And then on his board, we're gonna kind of do a wave also that kind of matches that. only it's gonna kind of come and it's gonna be pretty wide. Okay, so just a little fun detail that you can add if you want to. If you don't want to, you could do something different. It's completely up to you. All right, let's do his sunglasses. So with your small round brush, and you're gonna need a little bit of gray. And this is his lenses. And they just kind of come out, they're really big. It kind of looks like a bow tie right now, but it'll look like sunglasses when we're all done. And then just fill that in. Okay, now we're gonna come back, wipe the gray off, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna outline them. You can outline them in any color you want to. I think we are going to do teal. He's got big old round sunglasses. You can make them square, you can make them any shape you want to. All right, I'm just gonna rinse this teal off. I'm gonna add a little more pink to his nose. I'm gonna add a little white reflection. Up in the top of him. All right, guys, there is your summer surfing gnome. I'm gonna show you a couple of other different gnomes. We're gonna do like a snorkeling gnome and maybe a gnome with a float. Can't wait to see what you create.